Lucky for you all, I was successful in my plan, and by December the 14th of 2011, we decided to make our relationship official. Yes, that's right, in a relationship on Facebook. Not going back now. After a few months of long distance with Gemma, back in Penkridge and working in Hanley, and me down here in the Shire, we decided that we simply had to be together and began to look for a place to live, quickly discovering a little barn version of our own in Creighton and settling in the middle of nowhere and building a little home and a family of cats. I soon knew that my first prediction upon seeing Gemma for the first time was going to become life, and I soon set about proposing to Gemma in New York on her birthday in May 2013 under the Brooklyn Bridge, and here we are today, happily married. This is where I'd like to say the chance to say a special thanks and raise a toast and show all my love and appreciation for Gemma's family and her friends, and her mum Sally, and her partner Mark, her brother Anthony, his fiancée Laura, our uncle Phil, her cousin Ben, her grandfather Brian and Vera, with a special thanks to Gemma's auntie Sharon, who single-handedly designed and provided the stunning flowers that you see today. You have all been so wonderful to me, and I'm proud to call you my family too.
Yeah.
Family. None more than the most incredible and loving mother-in-law that I could ever wish for. Sally, you welcomed me with open arms and made me feel like part of the family since day one. Whilst sporting a Movember moustache and my sister's nail varnish on my feet from day one, I was introduced... Cheers, Alice.
That's alright.
Now, I'm sure Sally will never forget the night that I asked for her blessing of her daughter's hand in marriage. Gemma was asleep on the sofa, and I quietly followed Sally up the stairs. Into the bathroom. And my proposition, proceeding to make her choke on something long and hard, was a complete surprise. Don't be so feel for you lot, it was her toothbrush. Shocked by my request, thankfully Sally gave me her blessing, and here we are today. You mean the world to me, Gemma, and I say that you have done a fine job of raising you mean the world to me, Sally, and I say that you have done a fine job of raising such a perfect young lady. If Gemma and I can raise our children with half the distinction and quality that you have, I will be very proud. To Sally. Now the next task was to ask Gemma's brother-in-law for his for his blessing. Those of you who don't already know, Anthony is in the Royal Military Police Officer, and he's also in the Close Protection Unit for Her Majesty's Armed Forces. Most recently serving for 6 months in Afghanistan. He is not, as somebody asked, come dressed as Postman Pat. It is his formal uniform, and in all seriousness, I have a lot of love for Ant and what he has done, stepping up to escort my stunning wife to my side today. I know it means a lot to Gemma and her family, and definitely I. Now, when I met Gemma and she informed me of her big brother's profession, I envisaged thorough interrogation and waterboarding in Sally's bath. But luckily, the cable ties, orange jumpsuit and black headbag never came out. Instead, Ant has made me feel part of the family since day one and provided me with the greatest platform to make today a reality by giving me his complete blessing to ask for his baby sister's hand in marriage. Never has a truer word been spoken when I ask you to raise a glass for Anthony, for all he is and all he has done for us, his family and our country. To Anthony. I would now like to raise a few toasts and describe my infinite love for my family. Firstly, I would like to give a huge thank you to my granddad, who, after some people, generosity, and
Keep going, Lee, mate. Keep going, boy.
Go on, Lee.
Get those goals that you missed.
An abundance of wisdom, love and support for both Gemma and I would not have been able to make this day our dreams a reality. You are like a father to me.
Keep going, mate.
You got this.
You've given me so much in life. You're so
Keep going, boy.
I hope you know how grateful we are and how deeply proud of you I am and how much love we have for you.
Top boy.
Granddad.
So mother, fuck me, I'm crying over Granddad, Jesus Christ.
You and me.
Mother, before we start, I'd just like to state on record in front of the court that I did not write my name on the Barley Hill wall. Despite the vandalism clearly displaying my name Lee and Tim. Tim will support this story. We made up that we wrote it because the culprits were expected to wrongfully clear their names off the wall and we'd miss a lesson. Well, that backfired immediately because Mr. Mobley believes that cleaning the wall was dangerous for our children's health, and we ended up carrying the blame till this day forward. I didn't write my name on that damn wall. Titanic head, Lee. It was Dan Lee, yeah. Big head. Secondly, I'd like to thank you for passing me on to bear an outrageously emotional persona, hence the crime, and lack of ability to hold back my tears and emotions on days like these, as well as the most obscure and unnecessary moments of emotion in the most awkward, embarrassing of time, such as the premiere viewing of the John Lewis advert in the office last week, where I had to make a swift exit before I wept in front of my colleagues over a lovesick penguin. In all seriousness, Mum, how do I even put into words how much you mean to me? And how eternally grateful I am for every little thing you have given, provided, organised, brought, created, advised and delivered throughout my life. And most importantly, my time since Gemma came into my life, making her feel so welcome and instantly a part of the family. You've done an exceptional job of bringing me up, and I hope I make you proud. You know that deep down, I'm your true favourite, and positive, your role as Alice, the Golden Girls' PA, would make way to reliving my years at home with you again. Now to more pressing matters. Since I've put a ring on it, Mum, let's turn the dual peer pressure up and get Sally and you some grandkids. Yes! To my mum, I love you. Now I really want to thank both of my fathers, Nick and Graham, for the way I've been brought up. I feel I've had the perfect start in life, and I wouldn't change it for the world. You have always been there for me, and indeed for us. The things you have taught me, in particular how to be a gentleman, which I know Gemma really admires in me as one of my qualities. Until our first date, Gemma had never had somebody walk up to her door with a bunch of flowers. No one had ever closed the doors, opened the door, or walked on the outside of the pavement to ensure her safety. And whilst on a date, point blank refused to allow her to spend any money. That's really changed now. They have shown me how to appreciate the true value of something or someone by working your hardest to secure them. And never settling for anything other than the best, which is why my choice in Gemma is most certainly the right one. To my dads. Julianne, you've also been like a mum to me since I was a young boy. Somebody who I've always felt I could look and confide in. We always have such a laugh when we're together and often think alike in the smuttiest of ways. Thank you all for you have done, and Gemma and I, and we're grateful to have you in our lives. To Julianne. I'd also like to thank my brothers and sisters massively for everything they are to me and everything they have done. Bryn and Alice, Luke and Elena, you all mean the world to me. You all look truly handsome and beautiful today. You have all played a big part in making this dream come true and the day that it's turned out to be. I can't put into words just how proud of you I all am, and I hope you will see Gemma and I as a source of love, friendship, support and advice and protection anytime, any day, anywhere and anyhow. We love you all. To my brothers and sisters, I would also like to say a special thank you to my incredible aunties who have played a huge part in the planning and preparation of important aspects of today's event. My auntie Karen and her family, who have travelled all the way from the United States of America, Washington DC, to be here today. You've been my secret accomplices on the other side of the pond, helping me to commission the creation of Gemma's beautiful engagement ring, plan the perfect proposal and deliver our striking wedding bands, amongst many other favours that you've done today. As most of you know, I'm quite... Oh no, that's the first page. I'm on the last page. Bear with me. Bear with. Yes, I tried to get one of them finger things, you know, an M&M. We're literally bowled over by the distance and effort you have all gone through to be here today. Now to my incredibly talented and thoughtful Auntie Lindsay, where is she? Who has worked tirelessly with such perfection and skill to create our sensational, beautiful wedding cake, which you can all see before you today. Thank you so very much. It is unbelievable. We can't thank you enough for going above and beyond to provide such a beautiful element to our day. Now to wrap this speech up, finally, and I'd like to say a few words to Gemma. And Gemma, I love you so many ways and for so many reasons. You know me and you understand me like no one else ever could. You make me laugh so hard and you make me smile so often. You have a way of bringing out the very best in me, but mostly because you're the very best friend, my soulmate. I love you with all my heart and thank you for marrying me, making me the happiest man alive, and for loving me as much as I love you. I know this is the start of many happy years together, so please raise your glasses and join me in the toast to the most breathtaking bride you've ever seen, Mrs. Gemma Boxall. I rather tentatively hand you over to my best men now and predict that I may live to regret this. I'll leave you with a famous quote from a well-known, bold, rotund and simple man. No, not Danny Mont. Marriage is like being married to your best friend, but he lets you play with his boobs.